Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Land Rover Discovery 4, then I'll take you for a ride in it. But first, I'll tell you a bit more about it, and then I think I'll have to go home for a shower. I don't know. Excellent. That is absolutely excellent. Well, I've had some heckling before, but never. I've never been sprayed with. Wow. It's actually in the air. It's a 3 litre SD V6 HSE automatic 4-wheel drive. 2015 on a 65 plate, has done 58,725 miles, one registered owner from new. Fuel consumption, urban 33.2 miles per gallon, extra urban 39.8 miles per gallon, and combined is 36.7 miles per gallon. Has a 0 to 60 time of 8.8 seconds, a top speed of 112 miles per hour out of a 6-cylinder 256 brake horsepower 24 valve engine. Road tax, 6 months is £187 and 12 months is £340. Well, I don't know why they say that smells healthy, because it's making me feel sick. Anyway, we've got high pressure headlamp wash, front parking sensors, plenty of ground clearance, which is just what you want in the country or if you're off-roading or anything. Got the multi-spoke alloys. It's got Pirelli Scorpion Zeros all round. This car's mint, and it's in a fantastic and unusual colour combination. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. The person who ordered this colour, thumbs up. It's really nice. Got the wheel arch protectors there, the silver side vents, power folding door mirrors, the door protectors here. It's got keyless entry, keyless lock, keyless entry, keyless go. When you leave the car, so long as you've got the key on you, if you just click that button. When you come back to the car again, as long as you've got the key on you, hand behind the door handle, and then it just opens all the doors and puts the mirrors out again. We've got the aluminium roof bars here for the carrier system, and also the 3 sunroofs in the car. Basically, you've got 2 seats here, 3 seats here, and you can also pull an extra 2 up in the back. Really, really handy if you've got family. Split rear tailgate, so top folds up. You've got this roller blind load cover, so you can just chuck your luggage in like so. If it's anything more, flatten the back here, and it's sturdy enough to be able to sit on, and you're also kind of protected from the rain. Probably more protected if you sit on this side than this side. So the back seats, 2 back seats here, fold up, really easy to do as well, and it's a perfectly flat load area when you've got the seats down. Got reversing camera there and reversing sensors in the bumper. Lovely seats. This car, honestly, it's absolutely mint. The seats are beautiful. These, I always say it, they don't look like they've been sat on, but these look like they don't look like they've been sat on less than other cars that I've reviewed. It's so nice. It's you've got the 3 individual sunroofs in the back over each set of seats, and they've got this little shade band if it gets too hot for you, the sun's too hot or glares too much for you. Lovely piano black insets in the doors. So these seats fold flat too. It's got the carpet mats over the original carpets, which are mint. We've got heated seats on the outside, the two outside seats. The one in the middle there gets a cold bum, unfortunately. But it really is a credit to its previous owner. And I mean, the story we got in, we'd already bought it, we'd already paid for it, and it was underwritten off or bought off a main dealer. And the salesman who gave us the keys when we went to pick it up said it had belonged to a doctor, and he had it fully serviced. They went through it completely before he part exchanged it, because he wanted to make sure it was a good car for the next customer or the next person that owned it. And I wish everybody was like that. I really do. But anyway, bang me knee. I'll just take you for a ride in it. So there we go, there's the key, but as I said before, it's keyless go, so as long as you've got the key on your person, foot on the brake, and just press the start button. Let me just tell you the service history. And this, I actually forgot the most important bit, the stuff that the previous owner had done, but just before he part exchanged it. But 2nd of 11, 2016 at 15,288 miles, Land Rover Gloucester. 31st of 10, 2017 at 25,246 miles, Land Rover Gloucester. 1st of 11, 2018 at 36,766 miles, Land Rover Cheltenham. 30th of the 10th, 2019 at 46,618 miles, Land Rover Cheltenham. 16th of the 10th, 2020 at 51,735 miles, Land Rover Cheltenham. 4th of the 11th, 2021 at 58,315 miles, all track 4x4 Malvern. And as I say, it's done. Let's just check. 58,725 miles, so 410 miles since it was serviced. And I know I said it before, but it's a credit to its previous owner, and it's such a beautiful colour combination. I love the colour of the seats, and also you've got this contrasted kind of chocolatey colour, or dark chocolatey colour, and this, whatever colour you call that, taupe, I don't know. Anyway, I'll take you for a ride in it. And those of you who were wondering why I was laughing while I was reading the service history out, it's not because the service history was funny, it's just that when I came to photograph it, I got it all set up and got the camera out, and using my good camera and my good gimbal, about £5 worth of equipment just out there. And just as I opened the door, the farmer downwind started spraying his fields with manure, and there was a big waft, and it was a very fine spray, I've got to say, but I got covered in it, and so did my camera. I mean, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Good grief, you'd go mad if you didn't. Anyway, what do you expect in the country? It's that's country life, I'm afraid. But to be fair, we're in the right car for it. I mean, just, you probably can't see it, but somebody, see that grass verge there? There's a road on the other side. Somebody has come up here and come flying over that grass verge and into this field. You know, I mean, you'd be all right in this. If you're in this, no problem. But I still wouldn't like to do it in this. And this is probably the best of the lot. The heated seat is nuclear. So I'll switch that off, and then we'll get going. As you can see, normally if I'm in a saloon car, I'd go right around the outside and very, very gingerly, and also over this bumper to an angle here so it doesn't take the spoiler off. But these are brilliant. I actually feel a bit high up in this. I don't know why. Probably because I'm used to driving a Range Rover, and it's pretty much the same, but just, if anything, it's a nicer ride. We've got power folding door mirrors. This has got electric seats, and it's also got electric memory seats here. 3-position electric memory seats. They're heated, and this is the layout I like, and the dashboard I like, and the switches I like. Everything is nice and easy to use. Screen's big enough, not too complicated. You've got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming, sat nav. I'll just click the sat nav screen on so you can see it. There you go, so you know where we are. It's got a heated front screen. All the stuff is almost essential, I would say, in this day and age. Heated front screen in this weather, especially. Heated seats are lovely. You've got proper, although it does have the temperature display in the centre, you don't need it. You don't have to look at, you don't have to take your eyes off the road to set your temperature to a certain degree. You just turn it till you're warm enough, like so. And your heated seats, you don't have to look at your heated seats. You switch it on, and if you just want it on position 1, you click it twice, and there you go, position 1. You don't have to look. Everything in Land Rovers, up until recently, is absolutely foolproof. It's a sheep could drive it. I'll probably get comments now about calling sheep stupid, but you get the point. It's got the gear selector I like, the rotary gear selector, so we can just knock that over, press it down, knock it over, and we're in sport. If revs immediately jump, it makes it more kind of sensitive or more responsive. But it's great in drive. Just trying to see if there's anything else. We've got cruise control, again just coming up to a bend, but can't set the cruise control while I'm braking, as you would expect. There you go, one button, cruise control's on. We'll just knock it off. There's cancel there, there's resume, and that will be speed limit, is it? Anyway, that's a button we're not worried about. Indicators on the left, wipers on the right where they should be, and not a gear selector like some German models have. This is beautiful. This scenery, this setting, this route in this car, and the weather isn't particularly good. It's quite mild today, but the weather forecast said it's going to rain at 12 o'clock, and it started spitting about 10 minutes ago. So, we've got a few minutes left. Got the front centre armrest, a big front centre armrest here, and we'll just certain death corner. There was a few cyclists out before. Not the nasty ones. They were nice old guys enjoying themselves. Not the lycra lists. The suspension's so good. As I say, you've got your 3 sunroofs, 5-seater normally with plenty of luggage space. If you're prepared to compromise your luggage space, you can have the extra 2 seats in the back. Probably more like child seats, but there's for a short journey, an adult could put up with it. Got height and reach adjustable multifunction steering wheel. Let's just, right, yeah, that's also electrically adjustable. So when you set the steering wheel and the door mirrors, in fact, we'll just do it, I think, because it's something I always forget, and it's such a good feature where every time, you know, if there's two of you driving, you don't have to move everything when you get it back in. I'll just pull over, although the postman will probably catch me up in a bit, so I'll just try and find a clear spot. I don't think it's a Kestrel, but it seemed to be hovering. Oh, it is a Kestrel. Right, the seats are really, really comfortable. And to be honest, I think the reason why I feel a bit higher up than normal is that whoever's had this must have weighed about 3 stone, because the driver's seat's like brand new, and the sponge in it is like brand new and not, you know, not slightly sunken down, which is how I'm used to getting them now. Now I don't get new cars anymore. I do like the Discoveries. As I say, I think they drive better than the Range Rover Sport. Whether it's to do with the tyre combination or not, I don't know. But I prefer the look of the Range Rover Sport. But if you want 7 seats in the older vehicles, although you can even get 7 seats in the Range Rover Sport now, but there's not so many of them. Right, I'm just going to pull up over here where people can see me. So if I pull up over here, and then we set the mirror where I really want it, left and right, the steering wheel, and here we go. Get a bit further back, and then we want memory 1. That's bonged to say memory 1's set. So now if I go somewhere else, you say that's the previous, one of the previous persons. So you'll see in there the mirrors all changed, and so the steering wheel. And where I've set it now, if I click position 1, there you go, steering wheel, mirrors, seat, all back to where I wanted it. So that's really worthwhile accessory. You've got your terrain response controls there. There we've got power sockets at either side. That's your front heated screen and your rear heated screen. Gentleman of the country there in a Range Rover. You can't beat them. They're the best car on the road, and I just can't see why some people give them so much grief. But I was watching a program, and basically the explanation is old X5, a battered old thing. The explanation is that because people can't have something and they don't want you to have it, they make up all sorts of stories or exaggerate stories that they've heard, you know, like about vehicles, or because they don't like something, you know, perhaps they just don't like the shape, perhaps they don't like the people who drive Range Rovers. I've got to say, some of the people who drive Range Rovers annoy me. You know, the ones that park on double yellow lines and in disabled spots when they're not. You know, it drives you mad. But I've seen a fair amount of BMW drivers do that. Also Audi drivers. So, you know, but it just seems like everybody wants to bash the Brits and let Max Verstappen win instead of the rightful winner yesterday. There we go. Extinction Rebellion pheasants again. colourful, pretty thing. Oh dear. Yeah, they do drive better than the Range Rover Sport, these, definitely. You never know. It might just be the weight, the extra weight. Because it's a bit taller. Goes around the corners, sways a little bit more, but seems smoother. This is a lovely car. Telephone controls on the right here. There you control your information display in the center between the speedo and the rev counter. There you go, close menu, show warnings. Yeah, get an electric car, GoPros. I don't know which one's switched off. That looks like it's that one switched off, that's not too important. But fully charged, what we've been going 10 minutes, and it's actually probably overheated or something, because the battery's fully charged, the SD card's empty, and it switches off, and it's only 7 degrees. So yeah, best of luck with your electric car in summer when you're charging it. It can't beat a diesel engine. This will still be going when all your electric cars are in the scrapyard or on fire somewhere. I still can't actually get my head round a battery is just as heavy when it's flat than it is when it's fully charged. So imagine sending a rocket to the moon with electric power. You know, they're going to have. I mean, obviously, well, I don't. Would they jettison it? Would they need to? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. You know, the manufacturers are getting rid of things like spare wheels and telling you not to carry extra stuff in your car so you get more miles per gallon. And then they make electric cars with a battery that weighs a ton, that's just as heavy when it's flat as it is, so you're having to carry it round all the time. Whereas this do more miles to a gallon when you've done 300 mile on a full tank and it's nearly empty. But your Teslas and the like, just the same. You're carrying that weight around all the time. It's just not logical to me. You know, we've got the old boys here. Now, according to Lancashire Police, you've got to go past the cyclist and leave them 1.5 meters, which means, unfortunately, I'm in this four-wheel drive and I'll just have to go up this grass verge. I think there's going to be some more in front of us as well. Just here. So that's hill descent on. There you go. It's just letting me go down the hill without touching the brake or the accelerator. We'll just knock it off. Hill descent control off. So hang on, that's tilt and slide, so that's going all the way back. Old couple in the camper van there, the cyclists behind me catching me up. They're gonna overtake me if I'm not careful. And to be fair, I don't want to go any faster. You know, I was coming up to a bend here. There could be someone coming around the corner, and I've got cyclists behind me. Says the bloke who used to try and make the speed camera go off on the hill at Waltneydale on my bike. Yeah, the cyclists behind me, they must be doing 30. It's a good job they've not got DRS, or else they'd be straight past me. Which is probably why they only let that race yesterday go for one lap. So Lewis didn't have DRS and would probably have overtaken Verstappen again and still won. Can't get over that, honestly. I don't even like Lewis Hamilton, but I just feel for him. I think he was absolutely robbed. Life's not fair. Still, I suppose, at least he didn't get showered. He got showered with champagne and not manure when he got out of his car. Close that. Don't get any whistling noises. We've got climate control anyway. Bags in the A-pillar, probably the side here. I know certainly in the seats. I can see them in the D-pillar at the back there. And again, we just got over, it's a real big, just before that grate, all the tarmac's worn away. And there's a real big hole, and you just go over it as if it's not there. I said hello to him way back about an hour ago. He just looked at me as if I was if I wasn't there. I don't know. Beautiful to drive. Best 4x4 by far. I watched Top Gear as well last week, and Freddie Flintoff had to self-isolate, but the car he chose to go to Iceland in was an old Range Rover, and Chris Harris was in a Chevette, and you know, I can't remember what Paddy McGuinness was in. Oh, Rolls Royce, how can I forget that? And I think they both wanted to, they both realised that if Freddie had been there, he'd have been sorted a lot better than they were. Range Rover, you can't beat them. Thanks for watching.